Members, good afternoon. It's the scheduled start time of the meeting and we have a quorum. I call to order the meeting of the House Committee. Item 1 on the agenda, matters rising. Report by the chairman on her meeting with the Chief Secretary for Administration. Last time when we met with the Chief Secretary, he said that with the concerted effort of the community, the 2023 District Council elections were held on the 10th of December. So that's an important milestone for completing the measures to improve the electoral systems. He would like to thank LESCO members again for their support and for promoting the active participation of different sectors in the elections. The new district councils will or have held their first meeting this week. As for the computer system failure incident on the day of the election, the chief executive has appointed a task force to conduct investigation. The investigation will be completed in 3 months, and a report will be submitted. The Chief Secretary would also like to thank members, and including the Deputy Chairman and myself, for serving as the bridge to pass on many constructive views to the administration that's helped to promote positive interaction between the executive and the legislature. He looks forward to a continuous and close cooperation with the chairman of the deputy chairman of this House committee, so we could work together to serve the public. Now, this is the last meeting of the 2023 session for the House committee, and the new session will start on the 10th of January. Mr. Ma Fung Kwok will step down as the deputy chairman in the 2024 session, so I would like to thank him for his dedication and contribution. Thank you. Item 2, Legal Service Division reports on bills and subsidiary legislation. There are 4 bills referred to the House Committee in accordance with Rule 54(4) of the Rules of Procedure. 1. Nurses Registration Amendment Bill 2023. LC paper number LS 83/2023. Legal advisor, please take us through the bill briefly. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. The bill seeks to amend the Nurses Registration Ordinance and its subsidiary legislation to provide for new types of registration known as special registration, limited registration, and temporary registration and enrollment. This is to provide new pathway for eligible non-locally trained nurses to practice in Hong Kong without having to sit examinations. And also, the bill seeks to authorize the Nursing Council of Hong Kong to provide information to the Secretary for Health and to empower the Secretary for Health to give directions to the Council. Please refer to the reference paragraph in the report for the details. Now, for practice certificates and continuous education and so on, some parts of the subsidiary legislation in this relation will only come into operation upon a date appointed by the Secretary for Health. Now, the panel was consulted in March. The panel on health services members supported the legislative proposal, but various concerns were expressed. Now, this bill is to provide a new pathway for non-locally trained nurses to practice in Hong Kong. I believe members would wish to form a bills committee to study the bill. Members, do you wish to form a bills committee? If so, please raise your hands. Ms. Rebecca Chen, Dr. Reverend Peter Kuhn, Ms. Doreen Kong, so on. Clerk, please circulate documents to invite members to join the panel. 2. Electronic Traffic Enforcement Miscellaneous Amendments Bill 2023. LC paper number LS 84/2023. Legal advisor, please take us through the bill briefly. Thank you, Madam Chair. The bill seeks to amend the Fixed Penalty Traffic Conventions Ordinance, the Fixed Penalty Criminal Proceedings Ordinance, and the Road Traffic Ordinance and the subsidiary legislation to facilitate electronic enforcement of certain contraventions and traffic officers, and so that fixed penalty tickets could be transmitted by email, and then the members of the public may also ask for information by email in relation to traffic accidents and so on. And there is also adaptation of certain provisions to bring them to conformity with the basic law and the Hong Kong status as a special administrative region. Now, the SL will come into operation on the date to be appointed by the Secretary for Transport and Logistics by gazetted. The panel on transport was consulted in June. Members generally supported the legislative proposals but also expressed various concerns and views. The Legal Service Division is scrutinizing the legal drafting aspects of the bill. As the bill seeks to amend the relevant legislation to facilitate electronic traffic enforcement, members may wish to form a Bills Committee to study the bill in detail. Thank you. If members wish to form a Bills Committee, please raise your hands. Mr. Frankie Yik, Mr. Ben Chen, Mr. Chen Hock Fong, Ms. Doreen Kong, Mr. Lai Tong Kok, more than 3 members. So, clerk, please circulate paper to members. 3. Extension of Government Leases Bill. LC paper number LS 85/2023. Legal advisor, please take us through the bill briefly. Thank you, Madam Chair. The bill seeks to provide for the extension of certain government leases of land and related matters by way of legislation. That means the land registrar needs only gazette certain renewal, and there's no need to, and then the leases could be extended. There will also be non-extension lists to be gazetted, so certain specified leases will not be extended. Please refer to paragraphs 4 to 12 of the paper for details. The SL will come to operation on the day to be appointed by the Secretary for Development by notice published in the Gazette. The panel on development was consulted, members supported the proposal and expressed various views. The Legal Service Division is scrutinizing the legal and drafting aspects of the bill. As the bill proposes to provide for a new mechanism to streamline the arrangement for the extension of leases, members may wish to form a Bills Committee to study the bill in detail. Thank you. Members, do you wish to form a Bills Committee? If so, please raise your hands. Mr. Tony Chair, Ms. Doreen Kong, Mr. Louis Long, Ms. Carmen Khan, Dr. Wendy Hong, so more than 3 members. Clerk, please note and please circulate papers to invite members to join the Bills Committee. 4. Building Management Amendment Bill 2023, LC paper number LS 86/2023. Legal advisor, please take us through the bill. Yes, this last bill seeks to amend the Building Management Ordinance to impose certain requirements in relation to the procurement or in relation to a large-scale building maintenance. For example, the procurements will be done by way of tendering. And also, the bill provides for a mechanism under which natural persons authorized by corporate flat owners may act for the owners at general meetings of owners' corporations. And then in relation to financial statements and accounting documents, there will be new requirements too, and for failure to keep certain documents, the act will become an offence. So please refer to paragraphs 4 to 9 of the paper for details. Now, the SL will come to operation 12 months after the gazetted of the after the coming into operation of the ordinance. The panel on Home Affairs, Culture and Sports was consulted. Members expressed support for the proposal but expressed various views as well. The Legal Service Division is scrutinizing the legal and drafting aspects of the bill. Since the bill seeks to introduce new and revised requirements concerning building management, members will wish to form a Bills Committee. Yes, more than 3 members have indicated to wish to form a Bills Committee. Professor Priscilla Leung, Mr. Tony Chair, Mr. Dennis Leung, Ms. Eunice Yong, and so on. Clerk, please note the names of members who've raised their hands. Today, there are 7 items of subsidiary legislation for our consideration. 1. Subsidiary legislation gazetted on the 8th of December 2023, LC paper number LS 87/2023. This report covers 2 items of subsidiary legislation. Legal advisor, please. A brief introduction. Yes, I will report to members on both items of the subsidiary legislation. The first one is LN 163. This is a commencement notice. This is to appoint the 1st of March 2024 as the day on which the Road Traffic Amendment Autonomous Vehicles Ordinance 2023 comes into operation. This bill was passed last year and is to provide for a regulatory regime to facilitate trial and use of autonomous vehicles on public roads in Hong Kong. And the next LN is 164. This is a new regulation that is within the legislative framework of the amendment ordinance. LN 64 will provide for the actual operation of pilot schemes involving autonomous vehicles. For example, about insurance, about the report for reporting accidents, and so on. Please refer to paragraph 3 of the report for the details. For LN 164, and same as the amendment ordinance, they will all come into operation on the 1st of March 2024. The panel on transport was not consulted on these LNs, so that's all by way of report. Thank you. For LN 163 and 164, members, do you wish to form a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. If I may remind members, for the 2 items of subsidiary legislation, the deadline for moving amendments is the council meeting of the 17th of January. 2. Subsidiary legislation gazetted on the 15th of December 2023, LC paper number LC 88/2023. This report covers 1 item of subsidiary legislation. Legal advisor, please. Thank you, Madam Chair. For LN 165 is to amend the United Nations Sanctions Central African Republic Regulation 2020, and also to implement the resolution adopted by the UN Standing Committee in 2022 and 23. The relevant exhibitions have expired, and so this is to renew the expiry till the 31st of July 2024. The details are in paragraph 3 of the paper. The LN came to operation on the date of gazetted, that's the 15th of December 2023. Now, under the relevant ordinance, there is no need, the Legislative Council may not amend the item. So that's all by way of report, and we have not identified any drafting issues. For LN 165, members, do you wish to form a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. 3. Subsidiary legislation gazetted on the 29th of December 2023, LC paper number LS 89/2023. This report covers 4 items of subsidiary legislation. Legal advisor, please. Now, I'd like to report to members one go on 4 items, that is LN 167 to 170. The 4 items are to amend the banking capital rules, banking and other banking rules, banking disclosure rules, and so on. This is to implement the final phase of the Basel III reforms. This is mainly to change the way banks calculate the minimum regulatory capital amounts, having regard to different risks involved in their banking practices. And it's in relation to also there are certain ancillary and consequential changes to disclosure requirements and large exposures and liquidity frameworks. So, and also the opportunity is taken to enhance some of the provisions. Please refer to paragraphs 2 to 9 of the report. The panel on financial affairs was consulted in July. Members expressed support in general for the proposal, but they also raised various points. Now, these 4 LNs have to do with the implementation of final phase of the Basel III reforms, and they will come into operation on a day to be appointed. The Legal Service Division scrutinizing the legal and drafting aspects of LN 167 and will report further if necessary. As for LN 168 to 170, we have not identified any drafting and legal issues, so that's all by way of report. On the 4 LNs, members, do you wish to form a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. No, for now. If I may remind members, for the 4 items of subsidiary legislation, the deadline for amendment is the council meeting of the 31st of January. 31st of January. Item 3, business for the council meeting of the 10th of January 2024. A, questions. The list of questions approved by the President has been uploaded to our website. B, government bills first reading and second reading debate to be adjourned. 1, marine safety, alcohol and drug use and drugs bill. 2, land compulsory sale for redevelopment amendment bill 2023. The House Committee will consider the 2 bills at its meeting on the 12th of January. That's next Friday. C, government bills. Second reading, debate to resume consideration by committee of the whole council and third reading. 1, Inland Revenue Amendment Tax Deductions for Spectrum Utilization Fees Bill 2023 and 2, Electronic Transactions Amendment Bill 2023. The House Committee agreed at its meetings on the 1st and 8th of December that there's no need to form bills committees to consider the 2 bills. Members have no objection to the resumption of the second reading debate of the bills.
D, government motion. No notice has been received yet by the from the administration. E, members' motions. Ms. Chen Yutming's motion. Motion on proactively responding to national development strategies by following on the development of the northern metropolis. 2, Mr. Lee Chun-keung's motion. Motion on addressing the needs of the middle class. The wording of the above 2 motions has been uploaded onto the council's website. Please take note of that. 4, business for the council meeting of the 17th of January 2024. A, questions. A list of members who've been allocated question slots is available on the council website now. B, government bill first reading and second reading debate to be adjourned. No notice has been received yet. C, government motion. Proposed resolution under the Hong Kong Export Credit Insurance Corporation moved by the Secretary for Commerce and Economic Development. LC paper number LS1/2024. Legal advice, please. Legal advisor, please take us through this proposed resolution. This is to seek LegCo's approval to increase the maximum contingent liability of the Hong Kong Export Credit Insurance Corporation from $55,000 million to $80,000 million. This is to follow up on the policy address 2023 made by the Chief Executive. The panel on Commerce, Industry, Innovation and Technology at the Policy Briefing Committee of the panel last year took note of the proposal, and there was no objection raised by members. On January the 19th this year, this will be gazetted and will come into operation. No difficulties have been identified in relation to the legal and drafting aspects of the proposed resolution. Thank you, legal advisor. Do members wish to form a subcommittee to study this proposed resolution? If so, please raise your hands. No members wish to form a subcommittee. The administration will, at the council meeting on January 17th, move the proposed resolution. D, members' motion. Motion on actively building Hong Kong into an international education hub by formulating a comprehensive strategic development blueprint for Hong Kong's education to be moved by Mr. Tang Fei. And 2, Ms. Eunice Yong's motion on strengthening the joint development of the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, Greater Bay Area. The wording of the above 2 motions has been uploaded onto the Council's website. The deadline for giving notice of amendments, if any, is Wednesday, January the 10th. 5. Reports of bills committees and subcommittees. Report of the Subcommittee on Country Parks Destination Consolidation Amendment Order 2023, LC paper number CB bracket 11183/2023. I invite Chairman of the Subcommittee, Mr. Junius Ho, to speak. Mr. Junius Ho, please. Madam Chair, the Country Parks Destination Consolidation Amendment Order 2023 seeks to designate an area at Shuttlecock in the Northeastern New Territories as the Robin's Nest Country Park, or RNCP. The subcommittee has held one meeting with the administration on the order. Members expressed support for the order in general. There were detailed discussions on the urgency of designating RNCP, the promotion of the ecological integration between RNCP and the Wutong Mountain Scenic Area of Shenzhen, the development of a blue and green recreation, tourism and conservation circle, and so on. Some members considered that the administration should assess the current condition of country parks in a timely manner and consider releasing some of the land with lower ecological value in the country parks for other development purposes, with a view to striking a proper balance between conservation and development. The subcommittee and the administration will not move any amendment to the order. The detailed deliberations of the subcommittee are set out in the report. Members are invited to note the report. Okay, thank you, Mr. Junius Ho. I'd like to remind members that the period for amending the subsidiary legislation scrutinized by the above subcommittee will expire at the council meeting on the 17th of January. And the deadline for giving notice of amendments, if any, is Wednesday, the 10th of January. Item 6 of the agenda. Position on bills committees and subcommittees. As at Thursday, the 4th of January, there are 7 subcommittees in action. There are 6 subcommittees under the House Committee, 2 subcommittees on subsidiary legislations, and 3 subcommittees on policy issues, and 1 on other council business. 7 subcommittees on policy issues are under panel or in action. 8 subcommittees are on the waiting list on policy issues. As members are aware, with the launch of the LegCo Smart Transcription System last September, apart from the verbatim transcripts prepared by the Secretariat for Council meetings and the Finance Committee meetings, the verbatim reporting service will be extended to cover meetings of all panels or committees, including the House Committee, with effect from the 1st of January this year. Under the new arrangement, the minutes of meetings will be prepared in a condensed form covering mainly the members present, members who have spoken, and follow-up actions required on various subjects, and will be accompanied by verbatim transcripts of the meetings to allow the public to have a more complete and accurate understanding of what have been said by members during the meetings. The next meeting will be held next Friday on the 12th of January. It will be the first House Committee meeting of the 2024 session. Mr. Ma Feng Kwok and I have been working closely at the House Committee over the past few years. I'd like to thank Mr. Ma again for his dedication and devotion to the work of the committee. Please give Mr. Ma a warm round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Ma. That's all to the meeting today. Thank you.